Fried bologna and sauteed pork barbecue on the Lavalock griddle, guys. I'm gonna tell you what, it don't get no better than that. In this video, I want to show you how to make a variation of a sandwich that was made famous by well-known barbecue YouTuber Malcolm Reed. He had a friend tell me about the sandwich called the Mississippi Pacemaker. But now we're gonna make a variation of it that I think you guys are gonna really like. Now also, let's show you the device we're talking about. The device we're using is a griddle for our kettle. It's from Lavalock, the folks at Island Outdoors. This thing is crazy heavy, guys. Crazy heavy gauge steel, very stout. It's got these rails in the middle which help make it stronger in the middle as well, so you can press down for smash burgers, what else you're gonna make. But those rails serve another purpose, and that is to hold a drip pan, which is hugely important for a kettle user, because otherwise you're having oil and grease drip off the edges, causing major flare-ups, major hot spots, and also causing a major mess with lumping that the ashes with the grease and oil are going to get down in there. So I will give you a discount code later on in the video. It'll get you 10% off everything in that order when you place an order for this piece. So I just got this thing in the mail a couple days ago, so I've not taken it, I've not really cleaned it up yet. I'm gonna go in the front yard, take a little Brillo pad and a hose and kind of brush it off real good with the Brillo pad with soap on it, some Dawn detergent, kind of get rid of all the factory oils, that kind of thing. Bring it back over here, put some oil on, cooking oil on it, fire it up, and get it seasoned. Alright guys, here we are. We got our charcoals darn near close enough. I'm going to go ahead and pour it in there. I'm going to leave the vents open on the bottom and the top so there's plenty of airflow throughout this whole time. I'm going to dump the charcoal in, spread it across the bottom of the grate. I'm not worried about getting to 900 degrees for any length of time, nothing like that. Just going to cook it down. So here we go. Spread these out a little bit. Just using this brush. Makes it easiest. Like that. Put this griddle on. And I'll spray it with this, just this avocado oil spray. We'll give it a good dust or spraying of it. There we go. Now I'll put the lid on. Leave the vent all the way open. Lid on good and tight, and let that cook down. Mississippi Pacemaker from Malcolm Reed over at How to Barbecue Right was a piece of smoked bologna, pulled pork barbecue, and then some slaw, and barbecue sauce, of course. Now, what we're going to do today is a variation of that. We're definitely used bologna. We're going to use just fried bologna. If you want to see how to smoke a bologna, I've got a video right here that shows you how to smoke a bologna. But what I wanted to do with this one was just fry it up on our new griddle. Then we're going to add pulled pork barbecue that I have left over. Had it in the freezer, pulled it out, thawed it out, ready to go. We're going to saute it on the griddle as well with a little bit of sauce on that. And then we're going to add a piece of red onion on the bottom of our bun. And we're doing barbecue sauce. I just made my basic barbecue sauce here. There's nothing special about it. But then we're going to use two different cheeses. We're going to use a sandwich with one cheese and a sandwich with another. The first cheese is going to be just a basic pepper jack that I bought at the store, had melted up a chunk of it. We'll pour it on top, put the cap on, and take a bite. The other choice is actually this Gordo's home-style recipe queso dip. It has tomatoes, chilies, and jalapenos in it. And I've got some of that in a cup here as well. We warmed it up so it would be good and running. And we'll pour it over top of the sandwich as well. And we'll have two different choices on our sandwiches to try. Looking forward to that. So we'll go ahead and get our bologna sliced up. I'm just going to put the slices down the sides of it so when it fries it won't curl up as much. But it's going to be a pretty thick piece as well. So we're going to cut the ends off of this. And then we're going to cut this peeling off. Now what I'm going to do is just going to score it straight down. Pretty good depth in there, all the way around. Just, 4 or 5 scores, not like I did before in the smoking one, because again, we're going to fry this up and use some pretty good sized chunks with this, guys. So we don't want to have it scored so deep that the bologna falls apart, of course. Hard part is seeing where I started and where I'm going to stop. Of course. I'll try one more. I think yeah, there's one. Okay, so now we're going to cut some slices off here. And we're gonna make a pretty good thick slices here. Let's see, about probably, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch probably, not quite an inch. Do a couple, 3 slices of this. Now, I won't make it 2 sandwiches, but we got a third one there to see how it, in case we get one that sticks or one that messes up, we got more bologna we can work with too. So now I'll put some oil on our griddle and get our griddle going and get our bologna on the griddle as well as the pulled pork barbecue and some barbecue sauce. Okay guys, here we go. We got our griddle up to a good temperature here. We're going to spray a little bit of olive oil down and see how that does. For our 3 pieces of bologna here. Huge spatula. See how this goes. Now it won't curl up like it did when you were a kid because it's such a thick piece, right? When we were kids, my dad would do like a slice of bologna out of an Oscar Mayer pack, and it would curl up, so we'd cut slices, you know, cut divots or gashes in the side so it would stay flat. But here it's not doing that so much, which is good. Yeah, now we're getting a good look to it. Yeah. There we go, guys. I can smell 7 years old again. I'll tell you what, that seasoning we put on this griddle did a great job as far as making it not stick. That's pretty good for a piece of, you know, meat like bologna here to not stick. Our slits are starting to show up a little bit. They're starting to widen. You can see that a little bit in there. Now we're going to start putting some barbecue down. This is some good tasting barbecue, guys. It was really, really good. Sauce it up a little bit with a little bit of barbecue sauce here. Kind of mix that up on the griddle here. If you guys have never sauteed some barbecue, I'll tell you what, man, it gets a little crisp on it. It's really, really good, guys. Save some next time you smoke a pork butt and try this. It's really, really good. Guys, I'm going to tell you what, give you a quick review of this Lavalock griddle. I am so pleased with it. If you don't have one of these for your kettle, you got to get one, guys. It was fantastic. It did a really, really good job. It seasoned up very nicely. Nothing stuck at all when I put my bologna on there, as well as my pork barbecue to saute it. Everything worked perfectly. The drip pan's great. It's just a wonderful piece of equipment. I can't wait to make smash burgers. I'll make a video making smash burgers with it to show you how strong this thing is, and you'll know then how heavy it is. But again, you got the discount code you can use. You can go to their website and get everything you want on there at one time for 10% off from their website that's in the description. But guys, get you one of these regardless. It is fantastic. I think you'll be well pleased with it. So we're going to start with a piece of red onion on the bottom of the bun, then a piece of our bologna, and then we'll get some pulled pork on there. Oh. This is why it's called the Appalachian Pacemaker, right here. All this goodness right here on top of it, oh my gosh. One sandwich, we'll have our home style recipe from Gordo's. It has the tomatoes, chilies, and jalapenos in it. We're gonna dribble a little of that cheese on there. Oh yeah, that looks good. The other's gonna have a little bit of our pepper jack. It's not nearly as runny. It's hard to keep moist, or keep thin, I guess is a better way to say it. Gels up back up on whenever I go to thin it out, but get you good coverage on there. And then, sorry, let's go ahead and get some more barbecue sauce on there. Now again, guys, you could add, if you want to get healthy, you could add a piece of lettuce to this if you wanted to. You could add, pickles, peppers, you know, just like bell peppers, anything like that you wanted to add to it. Let's try this one first, guys. This is going to be, oh my goodness. We're going to try the Gordo's cheese one, the home style with the tomatoes, chilies, and jalapenos in it first. We'll give it a try first here. Cheers, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, that is fantastic. That's actually much better than I expected it to be. I'll be honest with you, that's fantastic. Guys, that's out of this world. That's fantastic. I'm very pleased with that sandwich. The red onion makes it really pop too. I really like the red onion. Now let's try one with pepper jack on it. Another big mess coming. Cheers, guys, on this one too. Let's try this one out. Get a good bite there where the cheese is. Wow, those are really, really good sandwiches. The red onion makes it pop. The barbecue sauce, along with the cheese. Oh my gosh, and the bologna. I mean, it added a really good flavor, especially since it was fried. Guys, I tell you what, I will make these all day long. These are fantastic. I can't wait to feed my family these. They're really, really good. So, guys, again, if you want to get the griddle and at a discount, the discount code is Grumpy. Just use it at the end when you go to checkout, and everything you buy on your receipt that day, when you buy one of these griddles, you get 10% off, of course, excluding tax and shipping. I'm going to guess that'll last through November. I don't know that, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to go past November at least. So if you want to get one of these griddles, by all means, go get one on there and get 10% off of it and everything else you buy that day from the website. I'll put the website for it in the description, like I said. But get your 10% discount using the code Grumpy. Guys, I certainly hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you got some value out of it. I know I got some out of it. I can't believe these sandwiches are nearly as good as they are. Very pleased with all those flavors melded together. We hope you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. And thank you, Malcolm, for doing this original one. I hope we added some flair to it that you would be proud of and you would appreciate yourself. And we look forward to making some more of these for sure. So until next time, guys, I'll meet you at the Smokey.